Day 1. I've been with the Iron Hammer Company for 12 years now. One day, a golden opportunity arrived in the form of a contract from the Emperor himself. They needed able bodies in the New World to protect the colony from assaults of creatures they called drifters. I never heard of such beasts, but the commander signed me and a few others to represent our company in the new lands. My role would be that of a quartermaster, a replacement to the previous one who tragically died in a cave-in. I am not sure what to expect from the new lands, for I am muddled with thoughts of home, of the capital, and of the fanfare with which we departed. The captain of the ship says this is a land full of potential, and that the Empire's wealth is booming like never before from the materials that are being sent back. I guess we'll have to see. A few months after our departure, I finally saw the distant shores of the New World. We arrived on a cloudy and windy day. The climate here is much warmer and more humid than in the capital. I took a raft to the shore. The water here is much warmer too, and as I was rowing, I noticed a great number of new and exotic fishes swimming around. There was a small pier ahead, next to a stone structure. The whole place was deserted. Seems like we either came ahead of schedule or behind it. In any case, I was here now. It was a strange feeling not to have the ground beneath you move rhythmically anymore. Back home, there were rumors of gold right beneath the surface, fertile lands unsullied by anyone's hand, and forests abounding in timber awaiting us in the new world. So far, I only saw a few structures on the horizon and a cobblestone road leading to them. I found myself in a small but impressive looking town. The streets were lit up with lanterns, and they had a large, sturdy looking windmill. I could hear the grinding sound of its mechanism as well as the sound of industry coming from within. Closer to the evening, I was welcomed by the mayor, who showed me to the large warehouse at the center of the town. It would be my home and one of my workplaces. There was an old and abandoned smithy on the first floor, the fires of which I planned to revive. On the second floor was my room, more like a bed of hay on the ground, but with a nice view. One of my first objectives from the mayor was to survey for more ore in the region. Finding an old copper pick and a prospecting tool in the smithy, I decided to set out east into the wilderness. I wasn't lucky at first, finding only a measly reading of bismuthine, but my second and third readings were better, seeing a decent and good reading of sphalerite. However, my final survey for the day was excellent. It showed great potential for bismuthine and cassiterite. Now I must prepare for what tomorrow will bring. I've rummaged through the warehouse, finding supports as well as ladders needed to begin my mining operation. Tomorrow I will return to the place of my last survey and begin digging.